I'm gonna tell you the homes you should not buy if you're thinking about buying a home next year on this episode of Ryan in Real Estate. Welcome back, friends and family. Hope you're doing well. It is Thanksgiving week. Hope you and your family are having a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for joining us as we always do on this weekly real estate update, give you some tips, some tricks, how's the market doing, all of that. Today we're talking about what are the homes that you should actually not buy. A lot of people don't know this, and I'm gonna tell you what the secret is to this. Before I get into it, if you wouldn't mind, take a minute, subscribe to our channel, give us a like, hit that notification bell, so we can see you next week and the next time we're doing this. Okay, so what homes should you not buy? And this really is targeted toward Houston, but a lot of people go into all kinds of different communities and trying to figure out, should I buy this type of a home? Should I buy this type of home? I'm gonna tell you the homes that, from what I've seen right now, is the worst home that you could potentially buy and would have a negative impact to you on the years to come. Here it is. It's honestly, it's one simple answer. It's buying a brand new construction home in a community that is actively continuing to build new homes and build out. And let me explain you just 3 reasons why I don't think this is a good idea right now. First, I would call it the perpetual competition trap. And that means that when you buy a new construction home in an area that is continuing to develop, number one, when you buy that home, let's just say that you buy this brand new construction home and you fall in love with it, it's new, it's fresh, it smells great, and then you decide to put $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 worth of upgrades into that home. You're buying that home in absolute highest premium you can buy it in that neighborhood. The people that bought that home, say in your neighborhood is 20 years old or so, who bought it 20 years ago, they're paying significantly less than what you did when you are buying your home today. So when you buy that home, you're gonna go in, you're gonna move into it, it's gonna feel new, it's gonna feel great like anything else. But then give it 2, 3, 4 years, guess what? Your home is not new. And let's just say life sneaks up on you, you decide you need to sell your home for whatever it might be. You need to make a job transfer, whatever. You need to upsize, you have a kid, whatever it might be. And then you decide you're gonna have to sell the home. Well, guess what? The very people that you bought that home from are now your direct competition. And the reality is they're selling a brand new product with the great smells and the same thing you fell in love with your home for, except theirs is brand new. And the reality is you bought that home at a significant higher price than all the other homes in the neighborhood. And so now you're competing with them, trying to get that price for that home similar to what they're asking for, except they have partnerships with lenders and other things like that. They're able to build in incentives, and they're doing this in such a bulk way that they can offer way better discounts than what you potentially could. Free upgrades, closing cost assistance, builder warranties, all that stuff. You're not gonna be able to do that, and the prices do not increase that much what it costs to build a home compared to what you paid for it. So what's gonna happen is that you're gonna try and list your home, and the builder's cost has not gone up that significant, so they're gonna still be able to price that home pretty close to what you're gonna have to sell it for in order to get your money back. Because a lot of times you don't realize this, but as I mentioned in the other video, the cost of selling typically between 6 to 7%. Sometimes you've not gained that much appreciation to be able to sell your home and get your money back because of what it costs to actually sell your home. So be very weary when you're thinking about new construction. I would say right now, if you're thinking about buying new construction, do not even consider it unless you're planning to be in your home at least 5 years or more. And we're talking about master plan communities where they're continuing to build out. The second reason why I would probably not be buying this new construction home in a neighborhood that's still building out is what I would say is the mystery neighborhood trap. And that is the neighborhood has still not fully developed. We don't know the retail stores that are all gonna be in there. We don't know what the traffic patterns look like. We don't know how the neighborhood's gonna play out and how it's gonna feel once it's fully built out. And so therefore, you don't have a strong feeling when you buy that home of what life's really gonna look like when you purchase it and when the neighborhood is fully built out. And let's just say you bought your home, and I've seen this happen to many people, you bought it a few years ago, and all of a sudden, tons of homes came in, the traffic goes up, and what used to take you 10 minutes to get to the front of the neighborhood now is taking you 25 minutes to get out of the neighborhood. Now your home is a very big competitive disadvantage because the other homes that are maybe a little bit closer are gonna be selling far better than what your home would be. Again, what sells a home? Pricing, condition, and location, location, location. And sometimes when you're buying a home, even though you know the exact location, you don't know what it's gonna look like in comparison to the rest of the neighborhood. So in reality, your location kind of changes. So that's, again, you wanna wait till that neighborhood's fully built out if you are gonna buy a new construction home. And the last reason that I would say would be a reason I would not be buying this type of home in the next year is that what I would say is called the price trap. When you go into and look at a new construction home and you're thinking about buying and you look at it and you're like, man, it looks great, everything's new, but I kind of wanted that backsplash and I wanted maybe this paint color and I was really hoping to get that type of granite. Well, you start to go, you know what, I'll just put it into the 30-year fixed loan. It's not gonna cost me that much, and you add on $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. Well, that is a price trap because those upgrades that you just paid $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 for are not worth that when it goes to sell the market. Let's say you bought the home for $300,000, you put $50,000 worth of upgrades into it. And then let's say 3 years later, you go in, you have to sell the home for whatever reason it might be. You've paid $350,000 for that home, and that is what the loan is based on. But when you go to sell the market, unfortunately, and this is proven, the consumer buyer does not see the $50,000 of upgrades that you spent worth it in any form or fashion of paying that additional $50,000. Now, that is very subjective and it kind of depends on the upgrades but I would say 95% of the time, the upgrades you're gonna pay premium cost for, builders are making money off those upgrades. You're not gonna get that money back when you go to sell your home, just like anybody else who probably would do the same thing. So that being said, I would say this, new construction, it's not like you can't buy it. I love our builders. We have great builders all across Houston. But right now, the most dangerous home to be buying is a new construction home that is in an area that is not fully developed, especially if you're gonna be potentially moving in the next 3 to 5 years, because I just don't think the appreciation of your home will catch up with the cost it's gonna take to sell the home. There you have it. That's the home I would not buy. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop us in a comment. As always, have a great day. Have a great Thanksgiving. We'll see you next time on Ryan Real Estate.